see, we'll be dealing today with the subphylum Vertebrata. That means Vertebrata means they possess the vertebral column. Okay, now this subphylum has been divided into two broad classes. That is one Agnatha. That means they don't have a jaw, jawless, and only one class comes under this, that is known as the cyclostom. Okay, now here is known as the Gnathostomata. Gnathostomata means organisms that have jaw. This is a superclass, and under that you have the classes. One is the Pisces, another is tetrapod. What is Pisces? Pisces are PISCES, Pisces. Now all members of this class, they have got fin bearing. They are fin bearing. What is fin? You see if you see a fish, the sidewise projections are known as the fins. Okay, for example, if you see here, these are the fins. So all members of this bears the fin. I'll come to them separately. Okay, and now here you see. Now then you have two classes under the Pisces. One is the Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes. Chondric, the word chondric is derived from the chondriocytes. Now what is basically the chondriocyte? Chondriocyte is basically the cartilage, and Osteichthyes is basically from osteocytes, that is the bone. That means Chondrichthyes, ichthys, that means this is this word. Okay, THYES, thys is related to fishes. So these are the cartilaginous fishes and these are the bony fishes. And here means tetrapod. Tetrapod means limb bearing. Okay, they have the amphibian, you have the reptiles, you have the apes and mammalia classes. So these are under four classes among the tetrapod. That means they are leg bearing or foot bearing animals. Okay, now you see cyclostom. Basically it comes under the jawless organisms. Now the word cyclostom, if you can see, what is cyclostom? Cyclostomes are cyclostomata. Okay, so cyclostomata, cyclo means circular and mouth, stomata means mouth. So that means they are organism with a circular mouth. They are basically have got a sucking mouth, sucking mouth part. So, and they are basically, you see it is written, they are all marine but they are ectoparasite. Now if you can see here, the mouth is somewhat circular like this. Okay, this is the pharynx, and they have got jaws. These are the, you see, these are jaws. See, these are basically, the mouth is like that. These are claw-like structures of the mouth. And this, what happens, the animal attached to the outer surface of the body. That means I said, see, they are ectoparasite. Ectoparasite means what? Ectoparasite means they are parasite outside the body. So with this mouth part, they attach to the body of the other fishes. They are ectoparasite on fishes only. Okay, and they they suck the blood and they derive nourishment from them. Okay, so I said also a sucking circular mouth. Acha. Okay, with jaws. Jaws, yani these are teeth-like structure. They don't have scales on their body. Okay, then the paired fins are there for locomotion in water. They have got a cartilaginous, see, cranium. What is cranium? See, skull-like development starts from here. And the earlier organism never had a skull-like thing, cranial and a vertebral column. See, these are the advanced features compared to the protochordates. Okay, now then the Chondrichthyes is the next comes. Okay, they have got a cartilaginous fishes. So here we go into the details. See, basically you have to see here. See, this is very important and you are going to read them. Okay, this portion is very important. Now here we comes to class Cyclostomata. Cyclostomata, for example, they are petrosome, petromyzin and myxin. That means lamprey and hagfishes. This is the structure of them. You see the oral mouth part is here. Okay, oral mouth part is there. These are the gill slits. These are the fins. These are fins of the body. This is the tail, and here is a cartilaginous cranium. Cranium then means brain box, and it is a vertebral column. Now next comes the chondrichthyes. If you see, these are chondrichthyes. They belongs here. They have got a persistent notochord. Okay, they have got an operculum. You see operculum, that is a gill slits over there, and operculum, and it is not covered by a bony operculum as you find in bony fishes. Okay, and the scales that they are very minute. If you ever seen a sea fish, you see the upper outside the body, it seems to be very smooth, but if you closely touch the skin, you find that they are very little rough, sand like structure. So that is known as the placoid scales. Scales are there are stenoid, cycloid and placoid. So these organisms have got a placoid scale. And another is, you see here, another more advanced features is they have got an open circulatory system, but the heart is nearly developing. One auricle and one ventricle is there, and that was absent in all the invertebrates. Okay, now there are some have electric glands, for example electric organ, like torpedo or stingfishes, poison sting, trigon, and they are basically poikilothermic animal. What is poikilothermic? They cannot regulate their body temperature according to the change in temperature. Okay, now sexes are separate. Males, the pelvic fin bears the clasper. What is clasper? This is a male reproductive organ, and they have got internal fertilization, and many of them are viviparous. What is viviparous? They lay egg. Example, scoliodon. Scoliodon is a shark, that is known as dogfish. Pristis, that is a sawfish. Here, this is the diagram of a pristis. Okay, then you have the, okay, now great white sharks, the trigon, and chondrichthyes is basically the bony fish. The normal fish that you find in the market around you is the bony fishes. This is the basic structure. You see, it has got an eye, it has got a bony operculum, it has got a fin. This fin is known as the dorsal fin. This fin is known as the pelvic fin. This is known as the basal fin. This is known as the anal fin, and this is known as the caudal fin. Okay, or the tail fin. Okay, so this is basically the structures of this thing, ostrichthyes. Now the scales they may be marine, or they may be fresh waters also. Okay, their sexes are separate. They can regulate, they have got an air bladder, that is also an important thing that regulates the buoyancy. And then they are also cold-blooded animal. They cannot change the body temperature according to the change in temperature, and fertilization is external, and they all are viviparous. Okay.